The dyslexic, the dyslexic, the dyslexic me. I was never articulate in school, but also I had problems writing. They, their, yours, and all these other little details that I always miss. I guess my brain moves a little bit too fast.
Can you hear me? Yeah, right. It's funny. I know you laugh.
I always think in images. I visualize my thoughts. So I have learned to communicate through art. It comes in waves. Of all the hardships a person has to face, none is as punishing as the simple act of waiting. While I wait, I have learned to create concepts, ideas, designs, and illustrations. For the past 10 years, I have created. I have spoken. Like a diary, I have written my thoughts or illustrated my thoughts. Every single idea has become a drop in the bucket, and every drop has become precious. Going back. In Swahili, they say mwacha mila ni mtumwa. He who lives his tradition is a slave. I have to go back, but not to the tradition, to where the tradition was formed, who formed it, and their ideology, to question it, to look at it, to have a conversation about it. I have learned to time travel freely to my dimensions, to where I was before this life, before the other life, and the other one too. The intergalactic travel from Series A to B, to Mars, to Venus, and to the other planets that we have not yet discovered, to the underworld, to the overworld. Time traveling through imagination, either through plants that can heal or awaken consciousness that can lead us to a new dimension. I am not here to validate it, but to be a witness of that which has been used. The last trip was different. I crossed and never returned. I was there with them, not afraid but calm, at peace. I knew the place and it was home. I lived in the east, the west, and the south of Africa. Shared meals with them, learned about their crafts, about their fears, about their praises, about their culture and tradition, and it has made me appreciate who I am and where I come from. So, it's important to go back and start. Falling. For every trip, the return is always the hardest. The fall of consciousness and the return back to reality, to the mundane, wake up, 3 meals, back to bed, dream, chase. I was falling through time, space, and the stars. I could see the sky and everything in between. I fell for days, weeks, and what felt like a lifetime across lifetimes. I fell until I forgot I was falling. Fantasy. The faculty or activity of imagining impossible or improbable things. Fantasy is hardly an escape from reality. It is a way to understand it. I always lose time on fantasy. I'm a dreamer, daydreamer, a night dreamer. The act of playing God with colors, shapes, defying gravity, and breaking the bonds of reality. But after all, the aim of art is to create space. Everything that goes into it is a call I make. Every color, every line, every angle. It allows me to live and come. Allows me to think of the possibilities. It allows me to be free, to stretch time, but also to heal. It gives me hope, and like a leaf, I spread out and reach. Social commentary. They say every artist is a potential activist. For me, I document. And if there was a science of human beings, it will be anthropology that aims at understanding the totality of experience through social commentary to observe. I like the ritual, the understanding of a well-crafted, emotional fashion show. I will never be jaded with this side of society. Nor will I take sides. I will see. I will document. I will speak. The catwalk is pure anthropology, esoteric by nature. Anthropology demands the open-mindedness with which one must look and listen and record in astonishment and wonder, that which one would not have been able to guess. Even theology is also anthropology in denial. Yet it parades itself as the thirst of knowing faith. I see the singularity in us, the oneness, the kindness, the love for nature. The differences have always been projected, but I have never understood them and the reason why. So I tell my story according to how I know best. So I observe and have spoken of it. Visually, I tell stories of the time when this happened and that happened.
Hello.
Chapter 7,
Say hello.
the final chapter. 7 is always a special number. It means logic, understanding, spirituality, and intellect. The people who associate with the number 7 are searchers of deeper meaning. And for me, I'm a traveler. I go around the world looking for meaning. It's my star sign. As a Sagittarius, we are the wanderers. We bring all this information back to you. So as I travel, as I find new homes, I create and I watch my art mold itself. I watch my art integrate itself to what is as I observe in order for me to tell a story. And this is my story. I've never allowed my inability to overshadow my ability. I am visually blessed.